I got a question for all the girls here. Would you object to your boyfriend going to the strip club when you're during the relationship? We'll go around the table.
Yes.
Like, why don't you trust him?
Because, like, you go to
That's
the
kind
strip
of
club
insecure.
to see naked women.
That's kind of insecure, though.
And controlling.
No.
That's really controlling that you wouldn't let your boyfriend go to the strip
and
club.
you're tipping other women. Like, tip me. Like, I'll strip for you, but like...
Oh, but it's a boys' night out. Like, he wants to hang out with his boys. Like, have fun, blow off some steam.
No.
Oh, okay.
I'd say as long as he's going to stay loyal and he's not actually going to do anything, I'd be fine with it.
Okay, that's fine.
Do your thing.
Okay. You be cool with him going to the strip club?
As being a retired stripper, I think it would be okay, because when I danced, the last thing I wanted to do was be with those guys. I'm just here to get your money.
That's fair, because I was going to make the point.
Go, please go.
I was going to make the point that the reality is, though, some of you might object to your boyfriend going to the strip club. The reality is his chances with the female strippers is pretty much close to infinity, whereas when you guys go out to bars and clubs, if you were so inclined to cheat, probably like 90% of the dudes in the club would fuck you. So that's the difference. Would and want to. You be cool with your boyfriend going to the strip club?
No, and I also think that it's a weird concept. The way
just for fun. That's how the boys have fun. Go to the strip club.
I envision strip clubs in my mind is like a bunch of pathetic men getting together, going to the strip club, getting hard together, and then going home.
There was actually a lot of people having meetings there when I would work there.
Why do
like
it? Why do you have to do it?
meetings.
I know men are much more visual, like they value looks so much more, and like that visual aesthetic and
I would
vibes
actually,
to life. But I just think it's cringy and pathetic, and I just...
You know what's cringy and pathetic? Women going out to bars and clubs and
But
parties.
we're talking about in relationships. Like you guys were saying, if I was in a relationship again, I wouldn't want my boyfriend to go out, and like I would respect him not wanting me to go out. So it's the same thing. If you're single, do what you want to do. I still think it's a little pathetic. But
you cool with the boyfriend going to the strip club? Into the mic, please.
I'm kind of half and half. I don't like the idea, if I'm being honest.
Okay.
I don't see why he would do that if he has his own girl. But
why go to the club if you got a man?
It's different.
How's it different?
It's different depending on the situation. Like recently I went to the club with my friend to celebrate her birthday. So it's like I wasn't there with the intentions of pursuing a man, if that makes sense.
Did you get approached when you went out?
I have before.
No, that specific night though. Did you get approached?
I don't think so. So.
What about you?
No, I would not. It's not even a trust thing. It's just it's a terrible environment.
Okay, Maddie, what about you?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Nope.
All right. What about this? What about your boyfriend paying for another girl's, or not another girl's, but a girl's OnlyFans while in a relationship with you? Would you object to that?
Yes.
I wouldn't date a guy like that.
I mean, it's just a subscription. It's just like
he's paying to see another girl naked.
Like porn is free.
Yeah.
I mean,
even watching porn.
Yeah, porn's a terrible option.
You know what I think?
Wait, is there no like free subscriptions?
No,
it doesn't.
No.
Just say it's.
It doesn't really
$20
matter. You're paying to see some other woman.
Maybe not. Yeah, maybe not to pay, because it's like, come on, man, you can buy like
not even
lunch
for
with
free.
that.
Not even for free.
It's human nature.
No, it's not.
I think
But
that
it is your
Wait, let's go around the table.
Wait, sorry, what was the question?
Would you be cool with your boyfriend paying for a girl's OnlyFans?
No.
No, but you can pay for mine.
I think your boyfriend should get that shit for free, but okay.
No, and I think it does.
That's kind of controlling and insecure of you.
But there's like intentions behind that. Like we're saying, it's kind of like the same thing as watching porn. I don't think it's normal. I think it's become normal, and I think that it doesn't just impact relationships negatively. I think it impacts the people that are watching it negatively. For example, it gives you an overload of dopamine which makes you procrastinate the goals you actually want to get to.
And going to nightclubs, bars, and parties gives you an overload of those same exact chemicals because you're in a high energy, stimulating environment.
Thank you, Brian. Yes, I know.
And guys are hitting on you, and you're getting attention. No, but you're getting attention from other men, and men and women value different things. So men want sex, women want attention. So you're getting attention from men, whether you intend to sleep with them or not. So you're getting attention from these other men. You're getting validation from them. So
yeah, but
you should be getting that exclusively from your boyfriend.
Yes, we already talked about this.
Sure.
That's why if I was in a relationship, I wouldn't want my boyfriend to go out and I wouldn't go out. But anyways, I think again,
Okay.
It's also pathetic for a man to like follow OnlyFans or watch porn when he's in a relationship, because then what's the point of the relationship? You might as well be single. Like, that's a commitment. You're committing to a person to only sleep with them and see them in that sexual romantic light. Why do you need to see other women like that? Strip club, OnlyFans, porn.
Would you
like,
can we pull up Nicole's Instagram profile? Would you be willing to make your Instagram private or take down certain revealing photos on your Instagram in a relationship? She's like, hell no.
I don't know. Again, I would need to think of that.
Wait, but it's okay. You would
like, I would
not
need to
be.
talk to
Would you have an issue with your boyfriend liking other women's Instagram photos and like following IG models?
Oh yeah.
Okay, but so
I
you
think
would be
that's cringy and
posting.
pathetic again.
But
no, I would not. Honestly, I wouldn't. In a relationship.
But you do have those kind of photos on your Instagram.
Am I in a relationship? And
no, but if you were, I'm asking if you were in a relationship.
I don't post those types of pictures anymore because again, I'm constantly like growing. But I know what you're talking about, and I don't really post pictures like that anymore. Like bikini
no, but
pictures.
You still have them up.
Okay, and that was like part of me. I'm still the same.
Right,
person.
but you could archive them. You can make your Instagram
I would,
private.
Yeah, if he wants me to. Yeah.
You'd be okay with that? Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
I think it's little boy shit.
What's little boy shit?
Watching porn, like, why don't you go do that live action with your girlfriend? Like,
what if she doesn't want to?
Yeah, what if she doesn't want to?
Then I don't know. I think sex is a very important part of relationships.
Dump her.
And if he has to resort to porn, then like.
Okay,
what?
Wait. You say dump her. What if she's on her period?
Oh, that's fine.
Period sex.
You're saying like if it's I was under the assumption you're talking like there's a prolonged period of time where your girlfriend doesn't want to have sex with you.
No, not like a prolonged period of time. Let's say you guys just have normal sex and then you go up to her. You want to have sex tonight? No.
Oh, no, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking if like there's prolonged periods of time where it's like a dead bedroom and you guys don't fuck anymore. If the woman wants to dump the man because he doesn't fuck her anymore, that's totally valid too.
Yeah.
So, do you have something?
I just had something to do, like, with the OnlyFans, right? You mentioned that, like, online content is, like, a big issue. But before, it did make it more readily available. But before there was online content, there were magazines. Before there were magazines, there were hotels. Before there were hotels, there were houses, there were brothels. It goes back. Right. So sex is a very natural thing for people. And I think it's completely healthy where if my partner, like if I don't want to have sex with my partner, they should be able to go wank off real quick, relieve whatever attention they have and get back to their day. It's their body. So I don't see why it would be wrong to have to watch something for it to happen because it's just so natural. I mean, even in the wild, like other animals will watch each other and jack off. So it's like...
What you're saying, you're kind of saying that porn has been seen in different sources over the history of time, but that doesn't change the fact that it's unhealthy, that men going to prostitutes, like prostitutes being prostitutes, brothels, magazines, that doesn't change the fact that it's still unhealthy in a form of excessive dopamine.
So this is true.
I agree with that.
This is true.
Thank you.
But at the same time, it could also create an issue because if you have like this unrealistic ideology, like let's say you're like, oh, I only want to have sex once a week, and your partner wants to have sex a little more often, and you're like, nope, once a week, and then you don't want them to be jacking off, you don't want them to be watching that stuff online, right? So then what issue does that create for your partner? They're stressed, they're tense all the time, they're probably thinking about cheating because they're so riled up, they haven't gotten anything, and the way that they are specifically, they want it, right?
Wait, I have something related to that. in that situation, who should be making the compromise? Or is that something that should be determined on a relationship by relationship basis? Should the woman try to compromise and be like, try to have more sex with the man? Should the man be like, well, okay?
Well, it should be distinguished like amongst both parties, you know? And if that's something that you feel like let's say you don't like your partner watching that stuff, I feel like that's something you should discuss really up front, because a lot of men, a lot of women, a lot of people, you know, are going to be watching stuff like that. And they're going to be doing stuff, especially if they're not having their needs met. You know what I'm saying?
I do have to move the conversation on a little bit. I actually have one last example here. Let's say you were married, had kids, and let's say you had 3 kids, and it was getting kind of stressful, and you wanted to hire a nanny. Would you have a preference, for example, maybe hiring an older nanny compared to like a hot 19-year-old nanny?
I'd say it depends who has more experience, because for all we know, the 90-year-old nanny might have only been a nanny for 2 years.
19-year-old.
The 19, you never know. She might have been a nanny from when she was 12, 13.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
It just depends on the experience level.
I do think it would be the case that like a lot of wives would probably prefer maybe hiring the less attractive nanny than the like super hot nanny.
How would it go?
Do they not trust their husbands? Are they insecure? Or could it come down to there's temptation and there's opportunity and the means? So
I think in that situation, instead of worrying about who's hot, who's not, you should think about who has more qualifications to be watching your child. Like, if they're going to know what to do.
Equally qualified.
Whoever I got to pay less.
You pay them the exact same. I'm not saying all women would choose this, but I think all things being equal, a lot of women might opt to hire the less attractive woman. Some might not care, but...
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I think there's a little bit less risk with like the older one, because I feel like maybe the younger one will be like on the phone and like, what if my baby like falls or something?
You have to assume in the scenario that they're going to take care of your child
and I feel like the older one will like be more wiser, like be able to teach me like little things like, oh, like you should wrap your baby like this, or just like more tricks. I feel like a 19-year-old won't know those types of things.